Alright, so hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while, I've had some stuff going on. I hadn't been able to post anything lately, so thank y'all for coming back. Welcome back. So today, I'm up here in my upstairs bathroom. Got a little project I gotta do. Shouldn't take long to do it, but I got a toilet bowl here that just won't fill. So I got to figure out why it won't fill. Have a feeling it's this dude right here is probably stopped up about 2 years ago. I think we had a here in Shreveport, Louisiana. We had an unusual situation where we had a hard freeze and we lost water for almost a week. When the water came back on, a whole bunch of trash came in with it. I've already had to change filters on my water spigots and change water spigots that didn't have any pressure. So this is probably just a result of that. And so we're gonna get in here, take a look at it and see if that's what it is. First, we're gonna get under here and we're gonna see if I got good water flow coming out of that valve right there. And we'll do that by taking this loose right here off the bottom of the toilet. It's just a hand tighten. I don't know if all toilets are like this, but this one is. The hose just comes right off, just like that right there. I've already got water there, so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna take this trash can, put the water hose in there like that, hold it, turn the faucet on. All right. So now we know we got good flow there. So we know this valve is not stopped up, and we know this hose is not stopped up. Now I learned a lesson a long time ago to always change the hoses when you do any kind of repairs, because that's going to be the next thing to go, so you might as well go ahead and change it while you're here. Was going to change that valve, but couldn't find it at the local hardware store, so I'm going to leave that, as much as I hate to do it. I normally replace from here all the way up when I do a job like this, because I don't know who put this in here. I don't know how long it's been here. So those things could be the next things to fail. But I am going to replace that ring because it's all nasty and rusty and everything. So I'm just going to replace that. And in order to pull this valve off, I have to go outside, turn the water off, and at least release the pressure of the water on the line. So when I pull that off, I don't have spewing water coming out all over the place. Let's go outside and find a water valve. I think I know where it is, and then we'll just take the pressure off down there, and everything ought to be good. Now before I go down, I'm gonna open the valve up here so I can have air on top of the plumbing, because that's above my spigot. So I'm just gonna open up the valve over here, let the water run while I go outside, turn it off. That'll release the pressure, but I want to go ahead and drain it down a little bit. So I got a spigot outside, I'll open up, let it drain the house down a little bit so I have a empty pipe when I come up here and get ready to work. So let's go out to the front yard, turn the water off. So back when we had that freeze, busted some water lines under the house. Of course, that's just gonna happen. So I turned the water off at the street, and then I found out a little secret back here. Sometime or another, somebody got the bright idea up in the shrubs to put this in here, so I don't have to do it out at the street. To open this up, I don't know what's in there. There's a valve right down in there. So, turn it. Probably got black wood in there too, though. And that should kill the house. If it's across the pipe this way, water's dead. If it's along the pipe this way, there's still water. So let's go see. So I'm gonna hit this spigot right here. Alright, that should release the pressure of the house. So now I can pull that valve off and that'll be just fine. Now, I do have to tell you, I had a friend of mine a few years ago was getting ready to do a plumbing project, and he went out to the street and he turned his water off at the street. Then he went inside and pulled the valve off his water line, and what he didn't do was tested his faucet if water was dead. His valve didn't hold the water, so he had a valve off at his toilet and he was spewing water out all over the place, costing him a lot of problems. Anyway, so before you go and take the valve off, always make sure the water's off. Just turn his water faucet on or something and you'll be just fine. All right, let's get back upstairs. All right, so we're back up here. We'll take this hose off here, off the back of this thing. That's gonna be the first step I take over here. And always make sure you got a towel handy when you're working on a toilet, because you're going to get water. It's going to happen. Alright, now when we do this next step, I'm going to take a pair of channel locks and hold back up on that, because I don't know what it's connected to. I don't know who did it. I don't know if it's threaded. So always put hold back up on it, because you don't want to twist it off down underneath the floor. Then you got a serious problem. So I'm just going to hold back up here, hit this with a crescent wrench and knock it off. Whole point of the backup wrench is to keep the pipe from underneath from twisting. So that's the whole purpose of that. Might be a compression. I thought it was threaded, but it might be a compression. Might be going about this the wrong way. Yeah, that's what it is. The compression fitting. Well, I might not be able to change that. Nope, not gonna be able to change it. So, look at that hole right there, down in that pipe. How nasty that is? Yeah, that's in your water. You drink that stuff. It's not just the stuff that goes to your toilets. Alright, well, not gonna be able to change this ring because I thought we had a threaded fit in there, so put this back on here. Alright, so now we gotta take this, thing out, which is pretty easy to do. This has to come out of there like that. And then there's a nut underneath here, a white nut that pops out. Now this is where you're gonna get some water, because no matter how hard you work at it, you're never gonna empty a toilet bowl, to a tank on a toilet bowl. So you're gonna get the water unless you take a shop vac or something and just vacuum it all out. But Yep, always happens when you take one of those out. Alright, let me get some water cleaned up and I'll get back with y'all. Alright, and we're back. And I got most of the water cleaned up. It's still dripping. I'm not going to worry about that right now. Alright, got a new part here. It's got a blue top on it. Don't know why. Red came out. According to the package, there's several different. I don't know what that means. Anyway, but we're going to, all it does, slip in through that hole right there. That's it. Got this white cap, and we'll make sure you do flat side up when you're doing it. So that makes a good seal. You want to make sure that that gasket is on the that gasket's on the bottom of that, so it makes a good seal with the bottom of the toilet tank, so you don't have water leaking around it. So let's put that back in there, and we're going to take this nut. Start it on here like this. Alright, now there's another part to this, but I think this will be going to work just fine. Got to stick this down in there so if it overflows and malfunctions. Nope. I'm going to use the other part that I have. This part here has a slip-on fitting on top. I'm going to have to trim that down. I'll have to go get something to trim that down so it's not all squished up. And then it just clips over the edge of that white tube like that. That way if this thing ever overfills, it's something that can drain down in there. But this is way too long. I don't want that sticking way up like that. That'd be ridiculous. So I'm going to go and get a knife or something and trim that up. Alright, be right back. Alright, so I went ahead and snipped that and put it over that thing, that little black piece, so if this thing ever malfunctions, overfills, then it'll run off into here instead of in the toilet bowl, in the toilet tank itself, overflowing water everywhere. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get this hose. You can hear now that, I don't know if you can hear that or not. Hear that hissing? That's air coming out of there because the water's coming up. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this hose on there before water makes it all the way up, so I don't wind up having to clean up a whole bunch of water that's gonna come out in a mist. All right, so I did buy a new hose. As you can see, this part goes on the bottom of the toilet. This part connects to the valve itself. This finger tight up here, you'll be able to get it plenty tight enough with your hands. You don't have to put a wrench on it. And this part here goes on right here. A good snug pair of pliers or a wrench. Alright, that ought to do. A little quick pressure test. Sounds like it's filling. And we just got to adjust the depth on it, how deep we want our water in there. And now it's got a lot of air coming out of it. This is when we, the reason it's got a lot of air in it, because when we filled the water outside, and we came up here, opened the faucet up here, and put air on top of it to drain some of the pipes down. See how high the water comes up to this level here? Good. That's the normal level for this toilet, the tank. So I've seen that on one of those before. Alright, this little knob right here, which way do I need to turn it? There it is, just at the right level, right there where I want it. Give it a flush. Now I have some new washers for the tank bolts here, but I'm gonna save that for another day. I went ahead and bought them all as I'll get this stuff. So see if it fills up again, everybody in the house gonna be happy again. Well, the ones that use this bathroom. Like it's working. See if it gets back up to that line. If it gets back up to that line, this is a done deal. There we go. Toilet fixed. Said I'm gonna save those tank washers for another day. Just don't want to mess with it today. Anyway, well, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Hopefully it was helpful. Maybe somebody out there is getting ready to have to do the same project. If you got any questions, hit me up on the comments. If you like the video, like, subscribe. Yep, like and subscribe. There's going to be more coming up like this. I got a ton of projects to do. When you live in a 112-year-old house, you got a ton of projects to do. So stay tuned. There'll be more to come. I'm going to try to put more videos out, so give y'all some stuff to watch. And anyway, all right, thanks for watching.